All right, everybody. Welcome to another episode of the Freezin for NFC North Podcast, episode 125. NFC North team's biggest storylines now. Plus, are the Bears the best NFC North free agent landing spot for all 100 free agents? Or maybe 99 of them. Lots to get going. Welcome everybody. I am NFLOutdated. You can find me on YouTube, on Twitter, X, and Freezin number 4 pod on TikTok. And welcoming again is Miles, our Packers guy. Where can we find you, sir?
Good evening. You guys can find me on Monday nights, 9:30 p.m. Central, Packers Talk YouTube channel. Jump out there and subscribe to that. We're getting after it every Monday night, weekly. Now that we're in the off season, we're getting into a lot of draft stuff. Probably some free agent talk, I'm sure, but we're going to have some fun. So, yeah, come check us out.
Always good stuff. Always fun to have you on. You have a lot of great stuff, even though we like to poke fun at you.
I always love being on here.
And always with the glasses, too. You're always
future's still bright, sir.
Future's still bright, which obviously we'll see coming up. Obviously, there's a lot still left on the table. And one person who has been a great addition now, filling for the Vikings, Dre, where can everyone find you?
You can hit me up on Blue Sky, X, whatever. It's at Skullman Sports. Yeah, just prepping my off-season thoughts, just kind of putting together stuff. So see what happens, obviously, in free agency and everything.
All good stuff. Yeah, I think I've done enough podcasts with Miles. I kind of know where to kind of poke a little bit. He's always very good-natured about it, and which I like appreciate.
To have some fun,
But I'm still learning you, Dre. I'm still learning how to. But that's, I feel like, and you know this, Miles. I feel like on Twitter, it's so much easier to get Packer fans going. I put a post up, and man, there's thousands and thousands of reactions. They're like, "You're ridiculous."
We are so sensitive.
But I put something about the Vikings. They're like, "Yeah, we know." Seriously, I don't know what it is yet to really dig at the Vikings, where they're like, you're the worst thing since moldy cheese, and really, so always appreciate trying to find that out. And I believe Seventh Letter will be on here soon. I know he's had a busy week, but hey, it's always good to talk about the NFC North teams and any storylines. Obviously, draft is coming up. And any kind of thoughts on as you think about the draft, for the Packers, Miles?
Yeah. There's it's an interesting draft. My kind of general summarization of it is there's not a lot of star power, but the depth is deep. The second half of the draft, I think, is going to be very, very interesting. Packers fans in general hate the idea of trading out of the first round. There's some chatter out there. Can the Packers even trade out because they're hosting the draft? I think it's absolute nonsense. If they want to trade that pick, they're going to trade that pick. I don't see anybody in that building walking up to Goot and telling him what to do with his draft picks. So, I don't think anything like that. I think they're going to do what they're going to do with it. But it is a year where if they trade back, man, I'm not going to be mad about it at all. And I really am of the mind where I think you need to come out with more quality than quantity in this draft. But, unless you're going to go up into the top 10, top 5 to go get a guy who you just know who it's going to be. I don't know. I mean, there's guys there at that second, that 23 spot in the first round. I'm not sitting here to, doom and gloom the draft, but it's going to be different. It's a lot different than last year's draft class. I'll say that, but I think the Packers can find what they need in this thing.
Speaking of our number 1 pick, Seventh Letter, we're going to find you. Thanks for coming back.
Yeah, man. You can find me, Seventh Letter 4, on Twitter, X, same OG on Instagram and Facebook, and on top of the NFC North at the moment.
Hey,
you get to hold that for the offseason. Fair enough.
Yeah. So, it's going to be
– that's 2 off seasons in a row.
It's going to be interesting when you think about just the strategies. Obviously, free agency is going to be a part of it, but you thinking ahead to the draft. Vikings wise, I mean, we've talked about a little bit, but Dre, are there some other kind of focuses that like you see the team needing as it starts to take shape? Or maybe you're hearing some little talk within Viking fans or Vikings media about where the focus should be.
Yeah, I think the biggest focus is mostly obviously in the offensive line. I think that's where a lot of people are looking. I think I haven't been too much. I've been looking like kind of into it, but I haven't been like focusing much because obviously there's the big free agent that I think everyone's kind of fighting for. The guy from the Chiefs. So we'll see.
Trey Smith.
Yeah, I think once we kind of see where he goes, and then like any other free agents that I don't really know, but I think like he's obviously the biggest one that will kind of determine it. And then like this week, the most recent like news is with Murphy and also Jones at DB and running back respectively. They pushing back their negotiation tactic to the actual start of free agency, so they're not going to be essentially franchise tagged, which I thought was interesting. I thought they would maybe a franchise tag Murphy because like I mean clearly they both sides want to stay. So I think that kind of will push it. I said last week that like when it came to Jones, I think that even if they do keep him, which I wouldn't mind, I think that's where I've been kind of focusing my draft, I guess, focus as of right now, waiting to see what happens. Because I do like the running back class. There's a lot of running backs this year that are decent. And right now, at least, the Vikings don't have very many picks, so we have to use it very wisely and or trade back. So
you think you'll use one of them on a punter?
No, I don't think so. Maybe the last one if we get lucky. I would say.
Now.
I don't know punters, but
you laugh now.
You never know.
But hey, I think in the long run, we got our guy. We got our guy.
He's a good punter. That's fair. He's a good punter.
We got our guy. Obviously, yeah. I mean, you think of like draft and everything, and it's going to be like, really contingent on what some of these teams really start to do in the free agency period. There are a ton of amazing free agents out there. I mean, amazing, but obviously there's a reason they're free agents. But Ronnie Staley is going to be interesting. Stephon Diggs is out there.
Nobody want that. You want that? You don't.
I don't want that. I don't want that. Yes, those are cheesehead shades. I told you need some type of deal. Miles, you need to get on.
I'm telling you.
Some type of. We're gonna get you a deal. We're gonna get you a deal.
We got to write the folks at 1265 Lombardi Ave over there. We got to figure out what we can get going with them. They're a tight bunch, man. I'm telling you.
We'll get you a deal with like Dion's crew, maybe.
There we go.
Right?
Hey, there we go. I was just around them a few weeks ago at the Shrine Bowl. I should have struck up the conversation there. They were busy,
very much understood on that. But you look at it like obviously, the Bears have offensive line needs, and who knows? Maybe they sign, Ronnie Staley, they get Trey Smith, whoever they get in the offseason with signing, and that will change their draft strategy. I've heard on Bears radio today, they're really talking about at number 10. A defensive lineman focus because the Bears really need a 3 technique in the 4-3 defense. And evidently, the Dennis Allen defense is a little bit different than the Matt Eberflus defense, thankfully.
Which is a great defense.
Right. But the Dennis Allen is a little bit different. Even in the Eberflus defense, we didn't really have a 3 technique to really kind of get that pressure. And so I'm hearing Mason Graham out of Michigan or even Walter Nolan out of Ole Miss could be picks there. So it might be interesting to see kind of, how that shapes out as Bears fans.
If you don't fix that offensive line,
like I said,
if
it happens in free agency, we get like all these offensive line signings, and then later on draft get some other depth. I don't know. So this could be huge. This could be huge to see what's needed. Obviously, it's hard to find. It's hard to find that 3 technique, especially like a Mason Graham Walter Nolan, that type of talent. So that's going to be interesting. Bears the radio telling the station is called The Roar. 670 the score is what I listen to for the Bears. Here we go. 32-year-old head case wide receiver. Oh, I'm Stephon Diggs.
Yeah, that's it. He's on it.
I think he better not sign with the Bears. We had enough Keenan Allen. So
I mean that's Keenan Allen waiting to happen.
It is. The Roar is that that must be. That sounds like it's a Lions one. Or Skull, is that a Lions one?
I don't know. I was just quoting what
I don't know. The only Lions podcast I listen to is Freezin 4 on Wednesday nights.
Hey,
it's the best. Well, especially since we have the Lions talk as well. So I mean, any Lions focus that you're hearing, I mean, other than coaching, there has to be some type of draft strategy. You need something still, right?
Like I said, if I'm Brad Holmes, I'm getting Hassan Reddick. I'm getting Hassan Reddick. His value has dropped, so he ain't gonna be acting all stupid like he did last year, trying to get new contracts and all that. We might got to deal with him for next season. We can deal with that. But I'll take Hassan Reddick on a 1, 2 year, 3 year deal, whatever. You know what I mean? Something respectable, because we know his potential is just. The Jets, it was just a shit show, and nobody could truly be successful on that team last year. And of course, everybody wants the Myles Garrett or whatever. I just want to sign. I would prefer to pay my people. You know what I'm saying? I want to keep Aiden Hutchinson. I want to pay him what I feel he deserves.
No, they're gonna 100% do that.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like I like paying my people that I draft. I don't want to go outside and pay. Unless like we just one piece away in about the middle of the season when you got to go get you a Jalen, whatever my man name is that he played for Miami last year, number 5. What's the corner? I know we need a corner.
Okay.
My strategy kind of depends on if we resign Carlton Davis, if we resign Zeitler, like what I mean.
There is a cornerback on PFF. They ranked the top 100, and number 15 is an interesting name. A cornerback played with the Bills last year. You might be familiar with him, Miles.
Hell no!
You don't want
East Orange, New Jersey.
You don't want Rasul Douglas?
Yeah, hell no.
He's ranked number 15. I mean. Who knows?
Oh, you're talking about Rasul Douglas? Sorry, I cut out for a second there.
That's all right. Yeah.
Rasul Douglas from here, man. From New Jersey.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, he's ranked pretty high.
He was good for the Packers. I just don't know if he doesn't look like he had a good season in 2024. I mean, I don't know if his best football is behind him or if he's just like a very specific scheme fit guy. I don't know how excited I'd be about bringing him back.
I don't want that. Plus, I don't really like Packers on my team. You know what I mean? It's hard.
Fair enough. Fair enough. The Bears and the Vikings can't get enough of us, man. They love our cast.
I swear, yo.
Kind of going through some of the lists too. I'm just kind of cycling through number 17 on the PFF. What are your thoughts, Skullman, on Cam Robinson on his time with the Vikings? I mean, it was kind of a flop, wasn't it?
It was kind of up and down. I think when obviously Darisaw went down, he was.
Oh, did we lose you?
I'm back. Were you looking for me?
No, I think, did we lose Dre? I think
might have. It's been popping in and out for me for a second here, but I think I'm
all right.
good now.
Yeah.
There we are.
Back. We got you. We got you again, Dre.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, so yeah, you're saying a little bit Cam Robinson, a little bit of flop.
Yeah, I think he was good the first few weeks that we had him. I think he replaced Darisaw, at least for the initially. I thought that was a good sign. I think as the season went on, it didn't play off as well as it could. I don't think they're going to re-sign him, mostly because obviously they expect Darisaw to come back, and obviously the other free agents that are out there, and then same thing with the draft. I don't see them spending like a lot of money on him. I think they're going to try it. Obviously, I think Byron Murphy, they'll probably give him a good amount of money, and then also not Dancer. I'm blanking on his name right now. The main the celebratory guy. I just can't remember his name right now. But yeah, I think
he's a bum. Yeah, Bynum. He a bum.
Oh,
yeah,
Bynum.
let him go.
Yeah.
Yeah, he a bum. He dance a lot. He a nice guy though. I give you that. He's a really nice guy. But he's a bum.
I think like if anything, they would rather keep him because he's played, I think, overall better than Robinson. So I think like given that they would rather put their money elsewhere, I don't think they're gonna bring him back. I mean, they could, but I don't. He would have to take a pay cut.
So yeah, I mean, just if you get a chance, I don't have it up right now. I've got it up on a separate screen here, but going through the PFF list, I mean, there's some interesting free agents. I think some of the top ones are gonna maybe come off the board pretty quickly, which can probably inform some of the team's draft strategies. But when you look at it, I just want to go ahead and rank the NFC North teams and see if you guys can talk me out of this. All right. Because you know what I'm going to say. What is the overall best NFC North team for these free agents? I mean, obviously, everyone, I get it. Everyone's probably going to say Lions because they're the closest to the championship, right? So, give me a case for we'll start there. Seventh letter. Give me a case that the Lions are the best free agent landing spot for within the division for and some of the top free agents.
Well, we are the defending two-time NFC champions the last 2 years. Our coaching staff is top notch even with all the injuries. We still came out with a 15-2 record. I feel like our coach is a player's coach. The atmosphere in Detroit is electric now. Like we got a lot of. I think I saw every Lions game this year. I think I might have missed 2. We got Jahmyr Gibbs, who was a ascending star in the league. You know what I'm saying? You got Aiden Hutchinson coming back. We got a real good roster of players. Right. They're all like, nobody's really selfish. You know what I'm saying? So if you want to be a part of something that's collective and come somewhere and win and be tough and, somebody that gets the best out of you, you know what I'm saying? You should come to Detroit. You know what I mean? I think what Ben Johnson has over there is, I mean, he can work with it. It's going to be pretty special on offense over there. I swear. I think if y'all find someone,
not that will build a line.
Tyler Scott is that guy. If they got like a guy like Tyler Scott, that if y'all are able to utilize his speed, it's going to get crazy over there. But y'all still won't be able to beat us because I just think that everybody will be back and we'll be able to get to the quarterback and get him on the ground a lot because I know y'all going to do something dumb. And try to
I love how you turn the Lions free agent pitch into kind of a Bears pitch and then kind of like, no.
Like why the Bears are not the destination.
You know what's sad? I hate the fact that my brain works like that. Like, because I think about things like as I go and, it's like, that's just the way I think. And with the Packers, another place. It's a good place to play. It has a history, but it's just nothing to do there. So I don't know why the fuck you would want to ever go there.
Yeah, exactly.
Football, man. That's it.
You're basically playing for, it's just a story franchise. And, you can get traded there. I don't know who's going to – well, shit, listen, they signed there. I just want y'all to keep Deebo Samuels away from there. I don't know. I know nobody believes me. Every time I say it, people be like, nah, Deebo washed up. It's not that. It's about the tone. It's about setting the tone. And you got a running back that can. And if you get a receiver that can, That's gonna be kind of spooky out there. He had the game of his life in Green Bay in the playoffs. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he beat the hell out of us. Yeah,
yeah, he's still that. He gets hurt a lot, but he's still that. And the Vikings, I don't know, like with the.
Well, we'll get to the Vikings in a second.
There's a lot of question marks with the Vikings.
We'll get to the Vikings in a second.
My Detroit Lions is the best place to come play. It just is. I got the best coach in the division.
All your coaches left.
Do you know?
All your coaches left.
I mean, I got the best coach in the division.
I mean, not
can none of y'all beat me? None of y'all.
Who has the best coach in the league, though?
Oh,
who has the best coach in the league? No. Who has the best coach in the league?
He got blew out the last time he saw me. He got.
I mean, he does have the title.
Who got the award?
Huh?
Who got the
award? Hardware.
Everybody thinks my boy for some reason. It's just this thing in the NFL where everybody just they love him, the Vikings coach. They love the Packers coach. And every time,
hey, LaFleur has not won Coach of the Year, and he should.
It's not that. It's not that.
Yeah.
But everybody has a crush on him because of his creative offense. And every time he run up against me, they lose. All of them. Like all of them.
Well, you know, I get it.
You ain't beat me since 2023, right? Yeah,
2023.
I get it. Dan Campbell has the big balls, right? But the Vikings do have the big KOC.
Get the fuck out of here. What? The big KOC. All right, man. Whatever.
All right.
Tell that man to run the ball. Yo, tell your coach to run the ball. Because mom's gonna run it down your throat again this season.
Well, let's give. I'm gonna give Miles you a chance here. Free agent comes into the Packers offense or the offices, and you're saying, "Come to Green Bay." Obviously, we had some comments here, some great comments by the two giant goofballs. I love this one. You can go ice fishing. Interestingly enough, that actually might be more of a case for Minnesota because I lived in Minnesota 10 years. I feel like there's more ice fishing there than in Wisconsin, but it's similar.
There's a lot of ice fishing in Wisconsin. I mean, it hits pretty quick. You can usually find it by January.
The charcuterie board with contract signing. That's I love the charcuterie board here.
Top notch cheese, man.
But yeah, I mean, when you look at overall for the Packers, I mean, there's always expectations. So sell us on Packer free agents coming to Green Bay. I mean, obviously there's expectations.
Well, and we're not throwing a blanket on this because there's definitely some guys that are just not coming to Green Bay.
Yeah,
Aaron Rodgers, for example.
Why not?
But in general, if a guy is a target for Green Bay, fit for Green Bay, why is Green Bay the place for him? I mean, look at the trophies, man. When was the last time you guys got a trophy? You guys got any Lombardis to show off? Y'all got some Lombardis you showing off?
It's still pretty dusty.
We got a whole room of them. We got a whole room. I've been in there. It's beautiful. We'll probably walk them through there, make sure they can see them. Oh, no, sir. Not an ounce or a speck of dust finds its way to any of those.
8 more days of Black History Month, man. That's all Black history.
So we're going to start there, and we're going to make sure they get to taste some of the beer, Spotted Cow, all that good stuff. But, you're going to walk them through the Hall of Fame, because it's right there too, right by the trophy room. So they're all right there together. Make sure that you see all the names, all the greats, see all that stuff. Just get the right vibe and tone set. And then you realize the only thing to do here is to play football. And I'll tell you what, you heard it. I don't know if you guys are paying attention. Was one of the tight ends on the Chiefs, who was formerly a tight end for the Cowboys, was kind of dogging the Cowboys in media week, saying, or, whatever it was, media day or Radio Row, all that stuff around the Super Bowl, saying that when he got to Kansas City, it was all about football and winning games. Whereas in Dallas, it was more about, you got the tours, you got the autograph signs, you got all this other stuff. And, nobody wants to totally poo-poo that because it obviously does them some benefit as players and all that. But at the end of the day, it doesn't help you win games. And these guys allude to it all the time. And so, yeah, there's nothing to do in Green Bay except win games. And we got one of the best quarterbacks in the league. We got one of the best coaches in the league. We got one of the best defenses in the league. We got one of the best GMs in the league who's about to add to this team. Yes, sir. We'll see you in Green Bay. Sign on the dotted line right here.
Okay. I mean, all that's good. I was surprised you didn't even say, because probably the one good thing I can say about Green Bay is overall, I'd say the game day atmosphere is amazing as far as for fans, in the stadium.
That's kind of
support. I mean, that's huge. I can see that, and also we talk about training camp, and I'm helping you out here, Miles.
Yeah, dream
training camp. Yeah. It really is. You kind of are a rock star, kind of riding your bike. From the stadium to the training camp. So I get that, right? But yeah, I mean, there's nothing else to do. I mean, hey,
win games, baby. That's why we got trophies. That's why we got a trophy room. That's why the last repeat happened in Green Bay. Three-peat, excuse me. Everybody said, "Oh, three-peats never happened." That's not true. It's not true.
I love
last
this.
Last time it happened was in Green Bay under Vince Lombardi, Saint Lombardi. Just remember it.
Imagine getting Favre, Rodgers, and Love back to back and just getting 2 rings. I mean, that's really.
I love you.
You guys can't even imagine getting 2 rings. That's why y'all say that.
I mean, the Giants. These guys are Giants fans, and obviously they've been up and down, and they got the 2 rings.
You got 2 rings with Eli Dumbface Manning over there. That's fine.
So I'm gonna leave mine for last. So let's go ahead and go to you, Dre. All right, you've had a little bit of time here, so. Best free agent landing spot within the division. Oh, still the case of the Packers. I got to change that here, huh?
So, yeah.
There we go. Case for the Vikings.
I would say, obviously, we kind of already alluded to it. Obviously, everyone thinks that, we have one of the best coaching head coaches in the league. Obviously,
the
he's
big
won the
KOC,
award.
if you know what I mean.
Yeah, KOC. He's been obviously he's the winningest coach in Vikings history. First time to go 13 wins. Which is honestly, a big plus for any of the receivers that are potential coming in. None of them are going to be wide receiver 1, and if they're okay with that, they're going to be a damn good wide receiver 2, or especially if Addison is suspended, because Jefferson is good. The DUI in Vegas, speeding.
Yikes!
They be talking about
that'll get you.
We always talking about my boy. Look at Vikings Twitter, man. They always talk about my boy being a criminal, man. Your boy over there catching charges.
And I think Jameis Williams is not going to face any suspension. So I think we heard about that.
He told the cops, He told the cops, "Yeah, I got a gun. I'm in Detroit." And then the cop was like,
"You got a point."
Oh. That's point. Yeah.
Go home.
So I mean, and you're gonna Jefferson, because he's gonna take a lot of the coverage. That's obviously gonna be that'll make the other guy be able to produce better. That's at the end of the day, especially if they're if T. Higgins did, he's a decent receiver if he has a good guy throwing the ball. Thing is, Jefferson makes any quarterback look good. He has shown that. Didn't matter if it was Darnold, Cousins. He'll take a lot of coverage there, so that's going to make a secondary wide receiver look good no matter who it is. And I mean, any defensive player. I mean, arguably we have one of the best defenses in the league as well. With Flores coming back, this is now year 3 of him coming back, and now they kind of he has his own setup. Obviously, they got some questions to answer in that, but. We had arguably some of the best defensive free agents come into our team last year and just dominate, Van Ginkel, Grenard. Somehow he made these 2 random players that they're I mean, I've heard of them, but I didn't follow them enough, but they made them look like huge all-star players. And so, if you're a defensive player, there's no reason why you wouldn't, unless you're kind of, I guess, in Tua's camp. I think he's the only one who probably wouldn't come to Minnesota at this point. So I think, and here's the thing, our coaching staff for the most part is consistent. where one of the coaching staff is. I think the Packers are potentially the only other one that has had like the same kind of coaching staff for the past few years.
Yeah.
We two seasons ago, the Vikings didn't have a great year, but we lost our starting quarterback, and then so we kind of just fell off. But if that didn't happen, we still would have had a much better year than that, obviously. And the other 2 seasons that KOC has been there, like we've had 10 plus wins both seasons.
So you're telling me you're going to make the playoffs again. Is that what you're saying?
I think so. I think
all I hear is KOC. I just keep hearing it coming back to KOC.
KOC is 1-4 against the Detroit Lions. 1-5 against the Detroit Lions.
That is a good point. So he can win, just not in the division. But I don't know. I mean, so you're saying, I mean, obviously there's a lot there. Flores, a defense, you really kind of can bring all the players out. And you're saying there's a playoffs. So you're saying there's a chance. You know, and I get it.
I didn't think there was one this year. And
I know I didn't. I definitely didn't.
I didn't either. Gave you 0 chance.
Now,
hey, look. Hey, Andy. Look, man, because everybody keeps saying that, man. I actually saved my notes from that podcast. Everybody was talking crazy.
Man, he's got receipts. He got printed receipts.
I did. I said the Vikings defense is better.
Oh, you're cutting out. You're cutting out. Oh, that's weird. Oh, you're cutting. Okay,
the Vikings defense is better. I hear it.
They added Shaq Griffin and Gilmore. They don't have to blitz so much, and they can still get pressure and hold up on the outside. Offensively, the quarterback play might be the problem. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you. I told you.
You did.
That was on September 2nd.
You were on point.
You did. And now, I mean, obviously, there's a lot of hope. Like I feel like, I mean, there's hope every time this time of year for most teams, other than the Browns and the Jaguars. I think
probably the
Jets.
Well, imagine they're floundering.
Jets will be better.
They might be, yeah. But yeah, so mostly there's hope. Mostly there's hope this time of year, and you can sell. I'm sure you can sell a JJ McCarthy, top drafted quarterback, to some free agents and say, hey, we got this guy, we got our guy. Or if they go ahead and stay with Daniel Jones. I don't know.
You think McCarthy sells right now? In a division with Williams and Love and Goff? I don't know. I don't think McCarthy sells among those 3.
But there's the unknown, right? He's a top rookie. There's the unknown. I think you'd say
okay.
So that's part of it. So hey, I'm trying to be nice to Dre. I'm trying to be nice to Vikings fans.
I'm just like Steelman in this thing, you know. I mean, Jay, we're asking for selling points. I just don't know if he's a selling point yet.
You know, I would agree. I don't think he is, but I think that hope of, okay, well, we have a top quarterback. We have a guy who's won a championship. I mean, say, let's maybe they bring him back. Stephon Diggs, probably not.
That would be interesting.
But when you look at
all the teams in the NFC North, that would be the place I would see him going.
See, this is what I always say. McCarthy's best play in college is handing off the ball.
Cousins is gone, so I would say that that in itself would potentially bring Diggs back.
Yeah.
Because that was the reason why he wanted to leave. So
come to the Vikings.
I don't want him back.
We don't have Cousins.
I didn't know that. I thought he just wanted to leave because they was using Thielen a little more. He did
not look like he liked Cousins. There was a few times where I saw that on the sidelines, and it was icy cold.
Yeah,
he sucks. That's why.
Well, yeah.
Everybody knew it except for them.
Wait, Kirk Cousins?
Yeah,
I don't know. Kirk Cousins. I'm gonna call it now. Are you ready for this? Are you ready for this 7th letter?
What?
I'm not. It's not even a Bears thing here. Are you ready for this?
Yeah.
2025 NFL comeback player of the year. Kirk Cousins.
No.
Kirk Cousins. No. I'm not even telling
you. Aiden Hutchinson be that?
Nope. I'm not even telling you what team he's going to play.
Why couldn't Aiden Hutchinson be that?
Well, because Kirk Cousins is going to be that much better.
He's not, yo.
For who?
He didn't get injured.
I'm keeping that close to the vest here. It's going to happen.
He got benched.
Well,
he got benched with a lot of weapons.
I think
he was hurt, though.
Yeah, I think
he
got benched with all those weapons and a good offensive line. That's how much he sucked.
He was hurt. He was hurt, and I think Kirk likes a challenge. He's coming back. Look at this. I love this. Cousins will be a Jet. So,
oh man, a Jet.
Well for him.
That doesn't bode
well.
How
for crazy would that be
though?
if the Jets make the Super Bowl with Kirk Cousins?
Kirk Cousins
my football brain can't handle that.
You know what?
All right.
Kirk Cousins will do good because the Jets always play at 1:00.
I mean,
he's on to something.
You're not wrong.
Now he's on to something. Here we go. Okay.
All right. Well, something you're not ready for either. All right, here we go.
All right, come on. Lay it on us.
Really? I mean, you look at the new coaching staff, Ben Johnson, you look at the all-star coaching staff that we have to really build your skills up. You got an ascending quarterback in Caleb Williams, who's only scratched the surface of his talent. You have wide receivers. You have running backs. Actually, for a free agent running back or drafted running back, there's a great spot there, to add in another wide receiver, come fill in, be part of that all-star cast on offense. Offensive linemen, when you look at the quarterback, I feel like offensive linemen, you see an all-star quarterback, an ascending quarterback like Caleb Williams, you want to go play for him, with him, and you see what they have as far as coaching, you want to go play for them. Defensively, Dennis Allen has been a head coach. He's been a fantastic defensive coordinator. You want to go play for that guy. You want to go play for a team that's on the rise, that is on the cusp of something great. And when you look at obviously the Bears, I get it, Miles. You talk about Packers and all the championships, but if you go to Chicago and you win a championship, just talk to the 2016 Cubs. Anybody on the Cubs, they're not buying a single drink or meal in Chicago. They come back. They are heroes. Bears come back. You have a free agency come to the Chicago Bears. You win a championship, or even if you go to a Super Bowl, you're immortal. All right, within Chicago. I mean, Green Bay.
Rex Grossman immortal in Chicago.
Well, did he win a championship?
He went to a championship.
He lost it. Any other quarterback, and we would have won that game. Any other quarterback. So I get it, Green Bay could be, we got all this history. Detroit, okay, we're there, but maybe we're not. I don't know. We got talent, but maybe we're not. We haven't done it yet. But Chicago, I mean, we still talk about the 1985 Bears. And if the Bears get to the Super Bowl and win it, oh my gosh,
Hey, Miles, were you here then?
I was not. I
still have my VHS Super Bowl
shuffle on the planet yet. No.
When you look at the cool thing, what I love about what Ben Johnson has done as well. So he's talked about his playbook and kind of like, not necessarily throwing it out, right? But he is going to cater it toward the talent. And that's just something Chicago has not done for a while.
You're reeling me back in.
All right. And so that's what Chicago has not done for a while. They've just said, wait, this is our coaching staff. These are the plays. We're going to try to fit you into that. Now they're doing with Ben Johnson and the offensive staff, they're going to fit the plays to the strengths of the players. Wow, it's such a novel thing, but that's what they're going to do. And just an exciting time that way. And obviously, as it's been exciting to be in Detroit for the, rebirth of the Lions, or the welcome to NFL, I guess, of the Lions, right?
Damn, shots fired.
This is really that type of moment for the Chicago Bears, and I think to be at this point, it's an exciting time, right? So there's really no other case, for the Bears. I mean, it's just
let me sell
really
against you.
All right, go ahead.
All right, I hear you. And I'm even kind of excited about what you're talking about with the coach and fitting to the talent. And you do have, some talent out there. There's definitely some talent. But I paid attention to football for a while, and the Bears just keep doing the same thing over and over again and keep missing. So, like, what I'm really wanting to know is why is this time different? And there's an answer I'm looking for, and I haven't gotten it yet. So I'm seeing other stuff, but there's this one specific answer, and I'd love to see it. And it just doesn't feel like it's coming through.
Well, we'll see if we can. All right. So what I love is in the past, ownership has been cheap, and we've just kind of done things on the cheap. We went out and got the hot name, the ascending coach. We went out and did that, right?
Yep.
And so and the cool thing that I love too is what Caleb Williams was able to do in his rookie year. What he's able to do with such jumbled mess of a coaching situation, and still come out and continue to show growth, and in his final game beat the Packers. He did that in the face of all of this adversity. He beat the Packers in Lambeau, and to have that springboard, and obviously there was the story about how he was not able to that he had to actually do his own film study. So to have a quarterback that invested that he was going to do that on his own, that's all you need to know. So to have,
but how are you going to protect this kid? Because I think he's going to get killed.
Well, so and that was part of the problem last year, right? So
yeah,
and that's
historically stacked way too much.
This is why I'm making this appeal to the free agents, to the Trey Smith, to Ronnie Stanley, to the center from the Falcons. All these linemen, come, let's make a dream team in Chicago. All right, come and we're gonna draft our 3 technique and 10. We're gonna draft more lineman depth, another running back. It's a deep running back draft. All the pieces are coming together. We're coming, and we were pretty close. I mean, 5 wins was a 5-12.
It's a game of inches, man. You guys missed a lot of inches.
How close were we on some of those wins? So we're coming, and I love it that that so many other fans of other teams are just underrating the Bears, and I love it when people say Caleb Williams is a bust. Bring it on.
Nah, they weren't watching. He's definitely not a bust.
Okay,
he's not a bust.
So I get it.
Yes, you're gonna get him killed if you don't protect him. That's
why. So
I won't call Caleb Williams a bust, but Ben, if you don't protect him, he is gonna end up like David Carr.
Well, so that's the pitch, right? Come to Chicago, so Caleb Williams doesn't die. All right.
Yeah, I don't want him to
come
die.
Protect him.
Yeah. I mean,
come protect him.
Caleb.
Come on, Trey Smith.
Do that. Caleb, don't die, Caleb.
Don't do that.
Come on,
just lay down and don't play the rest.
Care of Patrick Mahomes. You've done all you can do for him.
Yeah,
you don't even. I mean, Jackson Mahomes. Yeah, out of there. So, all right, here we go. Trevor weighing in. Bears need a free agent quarterback.
RevTrev.
All right, shout out to RevTrev.
Backup QB is very important,
Trevor.
Trevor.
Ooh, Trevor. I like that.
Rodgers. Speaking of Rodgers, we haven't shot down the Vikings yet, have we? Dre, for Rodgers?
I feel like people have been.
Are you shooting that down?
Pouring a lot of water on that.
I don't want it.
I think the only people that want it are the people who aren't Vikings fans. Just want to see this whole arc be the same.
I'm kind of rooting for it, to be honest with you. Like, I've already had my heart broken in that way by Favre, so like Rodgers going,
which
there,
I think honestly is
care.
worse. Like, I think the Favre story was worse.
That
just because, like,
man.
I think it was cool because I was in Mankato when that happened, so that was kind of cool to see.
I just think he's such a butthole that he was like, no, I'm not going to follow what Favre did. I'm Aaron Rodgers. I'm me. I'm the best. I'm the greatest of all time. I want to go to the Steelers.
Yeah, I could see.
Okay, I can see that.
Yeah.
Or what if Aaron Rodgers wants to stay in the same stadium and stick it to the Jets? What if he goes to the Giants? Oh my gosh.
We was
what
too
if
rough
he goes
for
to
him.
the Giants?
We was too rough for him over here. He couldn't handle it. Yeah, we were
I
too
don't
rough.
think he likes New York media.
I just
we
wanted
were too
to
rough, man.
poke the goofballs.
That'd
a
be
little
interesting, though. They got Malik Neighbors, man. He would know what to do with a Malik Neighbors.
Yes, he would.
Oh.
Well, I don't know because he had another beast over there in Garrett Wilson.
Well, that's true. That's
He did.
true. Yeah.
Yeah.
And he ain't give him the ball. You know
Should
what I'm
Rodgers
saying?
He didn't
retire?
have the right, hand signals and all that.
All
All right, here, Giants, no way in hell. He goes the Giants.
Don't you put that on?
Yeah, it was rough on him, man. I be listening to like Joe Beningo and all that. They was too rough on Aaron Rodgers.
He's a
Yeah.
sensitive
He
fella.
never been anywhere where they didn't kiss his butt. You know what I'm saying?
Did he? I was the story that he almost begged the Jets to take him back. Like, what is that?
Really?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Ooh,
He's
that's
gonna
weird.
say that never happened.
So this is not going to happen, Trev. I think there's 100% guarantee that Rodgers not going to retire. He's not going out like this.
He
He's gonna,
should retire. Yeah,
Oh,
the answer is yes, he should. Will he?
But he's
I
not
don't
going
think
to.
either. Yeah.
Mm-mm.
And he's gonna probably just do what Adrian Peterson did and just kind of like just be a free agent until whenever.
Until nobody wants him, he's like, all right, fine, I'm retired.
Well, Adrian Peterson technically hasn't retired.
Has he
He's
not? He
still-
still hasn't
No,
retired.
he's still a free agent.
Oh, I
He's
didn't
not. No
realize
one's
that.
gonna
Wow.
sign him, obviously, but
Yeah.
he's
Okay.
not retired.
I don't know if that's going to happen. Stafford to the Giants, Rodgers to the Rams. I thought I heard it was.
Okay.
I mean, that's possible. I thought that someone said Rodgers to the Raiders and Stafford. Oh gosh, where was Stafford going to go?
I know they said the Giants, but I don't think it's gonna happen because they're not gonna give up a first round pick for Stafford at the age of 36. I don't think so.
Yeah.
Because they're
If
still
they let Stafford go, I think they could try to get Darnold too. Like I don't think Rodgers is gonna go to the Rams. Just because, like, obviously Darnold has the West Coast like mentality, like his gameplay. I think it'll obviously mesh much better with McVay.
I guess he did play with USC. I was trying to think of. I've never heard that. That Darnold has the West Coast gameplay. I guess he's almost got the only gameplay he has is the Minnesota gameplay. He's been.
Well, I mean, yeah, but you
else.
look, but then like when he was with he was a backup, but with Shanahan, and so it's like
with
the same
49ers.
With the 49ers, and so that's if they get rid of Stafford. I don't know if that will happen, but I
don't know why would they want to give up Stafford. Like they like
my
they're
question. I feel
ascending.
like they should just ride it out there.
Yeah, they're ascending, and like the defense is young. Like you really need another receiver. That's what you need. You don't
I
need to
think
get
his
rid of the
wife
quarterback.
said something on social media that like the team's
fuck
not
her.
loyal or
You know what I'm
something
saying?
like that. I
y'all
think
still
that's
believe that we booed the babies. You know who he was booing her.
Man,
I
He went out there and said they were booing my kids. Ain't nobody boo that.
no, yeah, we know we're
Kids,
not booing
bitch.
kids.
We was booing you. That's why we booed her. That's why.
Man, can't the family
make
just
it
stay
look so
home or stay
bad.
out of it? Why is the family always getting so involved? Goodness
Stafford's
gracious.
like one of the best people. Like, and it, like he don't
Yeah.
do nothing. He don't. It's her. She
I
went
can
out
see
there
him
and told
moving
her that she
on.
was sleeping with his backup quarterback in college, man. Come on, bro.
I can see Stafford them moving
that's
on from
cool.
Stafford and getting a younger quarterback, maybe in the draft, or
Ain't no
moving
quarterback.
up for that. Not this year, but next year. So, and maybe go with the Darnold or Rodgers in the meantime. So that, I mean, obviously that's lots of stuff to play out here. Free agency, draft, all that stuff. I mean, when it comes down to it, though, I mean, what is the best fit and what team? I don't know. I mean, obviously, I'm not a professional football player. I'm guessing, well, I mean, can you tell by my physique?
Yeah, I mean, your shoulders say punter all day.
I'll take that. I'll take the punter money. I'll take the
Heck yeah, man. That's the best job in the world right there.
No,
Just
that's
like a
the
long
snapper. Yes, the
Yeah.
long snapper. I'll take long snapper money. But yeah, when you look at, all right, here we go. I gotta be honest, kind of booing the kids too.
jeez.
His wife commented on Cooper Kupp situation. That's going to be another interesting free agent signing too. Or where does Kupp end up? Or where does he get traded?
Don't send him over here. I don't want
Mocking the bear.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good.
I am good.
Did I miss the comment about the Bears being mocked? I never miss that. Darn it. I missed that one.
Can't catch them all.
Did I catch them all? I thought I did.
No, I said you can't catch them all. There
Oh,
was
here
a
we
few
go.
flying there. I thought I saw one about
this
trading
was the one.
JJ
Sign with
at
the Bears
some
and get your
point.
nails done with Caleb. Hey, you know, if it helps us win the Super Bowl, I mean, there's going to be like Super Bowl shuffle nails.
Man.
I'm down with
But
that.
what if it doesn't though?
But it's going to. It's going to.
No other option. Burn.
There
the
really
ship,
is.
man.
I mean, yeah. So obviously, there's a lot that's going to play into it. I'm thinking, whatever. Okay, so that was what I was going to say. So, as a professional athlete, I'm guessing number one is money, right? I mean,
I think so.
Money.
Even the guys that are out here saying, "Oh, I'm here to win," like Dak Prescott. Stop it, dude! You just took $60 million a year. Your number one priority is not winning. Tom Brady already showed you the formula. You take less money. Hell, even take 50 mil a year. Goodness gracious, you might be closer to poverty, but that's a starter, man. Like 10 million a year is another starter on your team. It's like that's the kind of stuff where most of these guys, and I'm not here to kill them on an individual level. Take the money you can get, right?
Oh, absolutely, especially in NFL. You know,
yeah,
absolutely.
But if you're gonna tell me winning is a priority, I'm sorry, like it's just not. Like dollars are the priority. Like for 99% of these guys, dollars are the priority.
Absolutely. So that's important. A dollar's important. Winning's up there. I'm sure there's family issues, right? As far as like where your family is going to be comfortable, all that too. I mean, who's really going to be comfortable in Minneapolis and Green Bay? I mean, not really. I mean, Chicago it's kind of the hub. So, I mean, family stuff, come to Chicago.
You got the best food.
It's a cool place. I lived in Chicago for a couple years, man. It was a cool place. I loved it. It was just
Chicago's selling itself. See, you guys are telling me like that. Really, free agency is it should be over.
Oh, but then come back to money, man. If you're living in Cook County, you're getting county tax, state tax, income. Dude, you're getting taxed everywhere.
That's fair. I mean, you could have. Here's the thing: you could have a lake home in Wisconsin, a side home there. So
that's true.
And it's close enough.
It is. It very much
so, but I get it.
Come on, man. It's still fair, fine. His wife's making a lot of money, but tell me that Dak Prescott couldn't take 50 mil a year instead of 60 mil a year and be okay.
Okay.
That's you've got a better shot at winning if you can add another starter to your team, and you can do that with 10 mil a year.
Here's the thing too.
Marcus Lawrence this year. They got to sign
Parsons, man. Parsons. I mean, you want to keep that dude. He's one of the best players in the league.
Yeah.
So here's an interesting point, and it kind of it's a little bit with the Jets and Favre, right? Mark Gastineau. Do you remember this story with Mark Gastineau and how he was mad at Favre?
Vaguely remember this. Yeah.
He was on Earth.
What's that?
He wasn't on Earth when Mark Gastineau was on.
Oh, that's right. So Mark Gastineau had the sack.
On Earth?
Yeah. I was here. I was born in '89.
Dre, I don't know if you were on Earth for this one, but Mark Gastineau, he was with the Jets. He had the sack. He was a sack.
Yeah, the
leader.
record. I was here for his comments. I don't think I was here for his career.
I was. But so basically,
he was pissed about Favre.
He was pissed at Favre for letting Strahan have that record, right? And so you think about it later on, and some of these athletes maybe don't think about it now, but later on, if you have championships, if you have records, you can get more money later on. Now, it's probably different now because these older players didn't get as much money back in the day. But I mean, that makes a difference if you have some type of record. Super Bowl champion. So that does make a difference in free agency. And with the Bears kind of going to be coming on like a 3-4 year Super Bowl run, I think that could be huge as well.
I'll say I don't think Strahan should still have that record, but that's another point.
Yeah, I'm not taking a 20%.
I mean, I have done that before, but context matters. So
It does.
It's very
it
much
does.
so, yo. Like we're talking about, like,
yeah,
you know,
context
got an
definitely matters.
endorsement deal, commercials.
I mean,
And he said,
think
he said, "Damn it, you got me defending Dak." And it's I'm not right, but it's just be honest about what the priority is. It's money. Money's the priority. Like, and if you're gonna tell me winning's the priority, your actions are just not aligning with that.
You know, some of these.
I think it. Yeah, the majority of the time it is the money.
Yeah.
Having said that, there are players like I'll say Harrison Smith. Like he's been taking pay cuts the past few years just to stay with and he's a vet obviously, and he has. I'm hoping maybe one more year, but like if he doesn't come back, I wouldn't be surprised. But he's been taking pay cuts just to stay with the team.
There are some guys who have done that.
That's a rarity in this league.
Absolutely.
That people are willing to do that.
Absolutely.
Hilariously, Brady did that like too, though he was already having so much money that it didn't matter.
It doesn't matter. Yeah.
Yeah.
And to his, I mean, he said it. I think it was in 2018. He's like, I got the answers to the test. Why would I stop now? And he's absolutely right. Like, listen, if you can live on $25 million a year, you know, you could win a few more games in the NFL. It's just really the point he was making.
I mean, I feel like a lot of people could live on $25 million a year.
Well, yeah, I'm being pretty facetious with that.
You got to think about legacy. Like, I don't think they really think about that. You know what I mean? Ronnie Coleman can't walk no more, man, but he was God. You know what I'm saying? Tom Brady is God. You know what I mean? I mean, he messing it up with the commentating, but he's still God, you know, as far as the quarterbacks go. You know what I'm saying? So he's God. Somebody he wanted to be the best to ever do it. And that matters. You need players. You need people to throw it to. You
need people around you. Yeah, absolutely.
I don't know. I would prefer to be God than rich because money ain't real.
Well, I mean, I'm with you on that. I'd rather, I mean, especially if you're in the NFL, man, and how hard it is to get a ring, and how, you know, you're watching the Chiefs do what they did, and if you're, especially, and we're here talking about the Cowboys, keep giving them time, but it's when you got a guy like Micah Parsons that you probably want to keep on your team.
Yes.
Like, dang, dude, just think about that.
And the owner, that's God punishing him. Punish that bum ass evil man. Punish him.
Yeah, there's a lot of karma that's
let his
around.
Best coach ever
Jerry
walk
Jones.
because he couldn't get out the way and let the man that built the team.
Jerry Jones has been eating it the whole time, man.
Yeah. Let Jimmy Johnson walk.
Well, I'll tell you what, this has been a fun episode. Definitely appreciate everyone coming on. Lots of
Freezin 4+ Cowboys. Sorry.
No, I mean lots of great commentary tonight. Thanks for all the comments. We got one more here. I'll throw in here. Oh, thank you. I love this. Bearsky film, Bear Down. Love that here. And obviously love the Giants guys coming in here. It's okay. Got his Walter Payton Man of the Year. He's got a trophy. That is true. That is true.
I mean, sure.
It's a great award. I'm not.
Nothing against anyone who gets it. It's just not a comparable award.
Yeah.
It's like it's not even as good as the NBA midseason trophy.
Oh,
they got a banner here in Milwaukee, and my son had commented. Basically, it's just like a white banner with the words "mid-season champions." It's whatever.
Is that real?
NBA Cup champions, and they hang it in the Buck Stadium, and it's so yeah.
They done messed everything up, yo. The All-Star game sucks now. Just like everybody's scared to be in the dunk contest. It's horrible, yo.
Hey, you don't have to tell me. My Mavericks traded Luka. I'm still ready to go riot about that.
Oh yeah,
jeez, dude. Oh my gosh.
We do have a Dallas
a whole
fan
podcast
here.
for that.
If anything, it made the Timberwolves trading Cat look okay. So I was.
It made Jerry Jones looks like a decent man in this city right now.
Look at this. We're turning to an NBA podcast. Well, definitely appreciate everyone coming on tonight. Thanks for all the comments. Everyone. I am NFL Outdated. You can find me on the Twitter X. You can find me on YouTube. You can find us here Wednesday nights at 9:30 CST. And definitely like, subscribe. And obviously, thanks for all the guests. And Dre, where can we find you as we close up?
You can find me on Twitter, X, Facebook, and Blue Sky at Skullman Sports.
Very good. I'm gonna have to check out this Blue Sky stuff. Hey, it's all blue skies for the Bears, so I'm gonna have to check that out too. Can't stop, won't stop. Miles, where can everyone find you?
Respect.
You can find me on the Packers Talk YouTube channel at Pack Weekly Pod on X. Monday nights, 9:30 p.m. Central. We're talking Pack, and right now in the off season, we're doing the draft nerd thing real hard. So come hang out with us Monday nights. Go Pack, go! Looking forward to it.
Definitely like and subscribe. Lots of great stuff to come on that for sure, especially as we get close to the draft. It's coming. And one person who always brings it. 7th letter. Where can we find you?
7th letter 4 on Twitter X. Same OG on Instagram and Facebook. Still King of the North. Fly high, AC baby. You guys be safe. I enjoyed myself as usual. I am tired as fuck, but I love you guys so much.
Appreciate you coming on,
brother.
You know what I mean? Be safe, be warm, be all those things, be yourself, all that shit. I don't know. I'm exhausted.
Love it. Once again, it's been the Freezin for NFC North podcast. Thanks, everybody. We will see you again next week. Bear down.
Go Pack,
what?
Go.